Hello again, everybody. It's almost Christmas. It's that time of year where people start buying things they don't need. They turn into me for a few weeks because that's what I do all year. Anyway, let's showcase some more shirts that I have and some more things that we don't really need. Of course, as the title suggests, we're going to look at Turkish, Cypriot, and Greek shirts because those guys never had any problems being put together. I'm not going to use the Turkish shirts that I bought recently. If you want to see those, just look at previous videos. So that'll at least shorten the video somewhat. So I'm just going to use shirts that I don't believe has been featured before. And to be honest, I don't have that many more left to go. Maybe about 25. So I'll have to start actually doing some other content. Wow. Anyway, let's jump into the pile and we'll see what we have. So firstly we have Panionios. This is a home shirt from 2010-2011. They are a Greek team, and I bought this quite a while ago. It's manufactured by Diadora. I don't have many of those because, quite frankly, I don't like the sort of way they make the shirts. Ironically, this is the best version of a Diadora shirt. It's not as like cheap and stretchy. It's like what Kappa was before they decided to book their ideas up. But it's a cool shirt. You don't see many for this team, so it's somewhat a collector's piece. So secondly, we have Apoel FC. This is their 2016-2017 home shirt, and this is a Cypriot team. I bought this directly from their online store. They seem to do quite decent sort of sales at the end of the season. So if you sort of end of next sort of March, May time, if you go on their website, you can pick up quite a decent price shirt, and the shipping isn't too bad. I think this changed to Macron now, so you can probably buy it on the Macron website also. But when I bought this, the only way you could have bought an Apoel shirt was from the store itself. And the design's pretty cool, like a pinstripe horizontal design. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Right then, so the next one is, of course, Besiktas. It's the away shirt from 2013-2014, and of course a Turkish team. And when I bought this, there were quite a lot of Besiktas shirts floating around, so it was like, which one do I go for? And I went for the one that had the sort of, I don't know if you want to call it a sublimated version of the logo imprinted into the material. I thought it was quite a nice little effect. It's sort of, you can sort of feel it against your fingers. This is their 110-year special shirt. I still don't quite understand what's that important about 110 years, but maybe it means something in Turkey more. But it's kind of cool. Black, the silver sort of logos, etc. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Next one we have PAOK FC. This is their home shirt from 2014-2015. Of course, it's Greek. I picked this up from Classic Football Shirts, I believe, and in all honesty, I'm not a huge fan of it. I just think it's a pretty meh design. The sponsor is sort of transferred on, and the logo is sort of sewn into it and emblazoned, embroidered to it. You have like little Greek patch on the front, and that's kind of it really. They've released a few decent designs over the last few years because they also went with Macron, but nothing that made me want to upgrade. But it is on the potential list for that. Next one is Apollon Limassol. This is the away shirt from 2009-2010, and they are from Cyprus. So I bought this one at the same time as another one that's going to come up later on, and it was I think it may be my first Lotto shirt that I bought. And I remember when I received it, I thought, oh, Lotto don't really make that great shirts. I'm not a huge fan of shirts that have all the stuff central. So this one's not too bad. The only issue is, during storage, the tag, I think, was sort of, must have been left there. So it sort of stained it a bit and left an imprint of the barcode on the logo. So, yeah, that's kind of sucks. But again, it's another team you don't really see many shirts for, so I'm kind of happy just for the sake of owning it in that respect. Next one we have Trabzonspor. This is their away shirt from 2017-2018, and of course it's a Turkish team. Once again, I bought this one directly from the club store. There was a period of time when you could pick up a few Trabzonspor shirts, but I can't remember if they either didn't have the sponsor on or they just particularly weren't amazing. Whereas this design, this is one of my favourite football shirt designs that's ever been released. And I'm kind of toying with getting another shirt which has the same design, but it's just manufactured by Macron, which is kind of weird how they're even allowed to do that, but that's an aside. So I bought it from the club store. Shipping was decent. Though I remember looking at the shipping for some countries, and I promise you, they were shipping, I think for me it was like, I don't know, 10 euros, something like that. To ship to Sweden, for whatever reason, it was over 100 euros. I don't know what the issue is with Turkey and Sweden, but they did not want to send anything to that country. But yeah, it's just a really nice shirt, and it's kind of cool. This one is Panathinaikos. It's the away shirt from 2012-2013. I think I bought it from Classic Football Shirts again. I love the logo, and I love the fact that the logo is again sort of hidden, sort of printed into the material. Certain angles you can't tell, but I should think you'd be able to tell on the video. Plus I like the kind of green, kind of a standout colour, isn't it? Recently there's not been that many Panathinaikos shirts that have appeared. You can get them from certain websites, but not Classic Football Shirts. I think they get manufactured by Kappa now, so usually there's quite a decent chance that those sort of hit the the reduced section, the clearance section. So I think in the next couple of years you'll see a few of those appear. Okay then. The next one is A.E. Larissa, and it's the away shirt from 2008-2009, and this is a Greek team. And I believe I bought this the same time I bought the Panionios shirt. It was one of those things where it's like, I don't think I had many Greek shirts, I still don't really, and I'd never really heard of this team, so I thought let's buy it. One thing to say about this shirt, it's kind of big. It's still medium, but it feels really wide and really heavy and really clunky. So, you know, I mean, it's, how old is it? About 12 years old now? So there's definitely an improvement in the technology, but just these big sort of hems here and this material, really clunky. It's certainly not a Vapor Climalite Player Adizero version. It's blooming, you know, it's definitely an older shirt. But it's a rare team, you don't really see it for, you know, that often. Now then, this one is Olympiacos, of course, home 2005-2006, Greek, and this is one of the worst shirts I own. I just hate this shirt. And the reason why I hate this shirt is because of the sponsor. It's felt. I just hate felt on football shirts. I'm sorry, it's just no place on it. It's just clearly just been placed on it, and you can, it's see-through pretty much. You can see the red appearing. Because it's weird because the logo itself is transferred, and then that's sort of felt as well. So it's like, okay, that's transferred. I don't understand why that's the case. I mean, Classic Football Shirts had this. I'm pretty sure they had this for sale for quite a decent price, but I don't understand why anybody would buy it. I just really don't like old shirts. I know some people love vintage stuff, but for me, I just can't deal with the material. It just feels so cheap. So at some point I want to upgrade it, but Olympiacos haven't really released anything recently that I maybe want to do that. So hopefully they release something I can upgrade it, because I just don't like having that in my collection. Next one we have is Enosis Neon Paralimni. I think I got that right. It's a home shirt from 2007-2008. This is the one I bought with the Limassol shirt. It's another Cypriot team, another Lotto shirt, and it has this Lotto weird template which they use on a certain number of shirts, certain number of national team shirts. It's claret and blue. It's kind of different. It's unique. Again, they've gone for the central logos and everything, which they've not. I don't think they do that too often anymore, which is kind of nice. So I think that's transferred on. Transferred on, and that's like a weird heat transfer. It's like a textured effect, but it's cool. Don't see many of these shirts knocking around, so kind of rare. Next one is Fenerbahce. This is a home shirt from 2013-2014, and of course it's Turkish. Again, I bought it from Classic Football Shirts. It has the sort of the tag says 110 lira, which I can't remember. I know the lira at the moment compared to the pound is pretty poor. You can buy quite cheap Turkish shirts. I don't know what it was like back then. Who knows? Probably would be not much different, I would have thought. But I bought this one. I specifically bought this one. It had the lighthouse little sublimation in the inside of the collar. I've seen it for sale on Classic Football Shirts recently in sort of I think either equivalent condition or excellent condition for like 50-60 pounds. So you know it's got a bit of a wealth that is value. I mean, it's held. Got this weird wavy sort of faded dotted vertical stripes, which is kind of nice. So this one, I'm never going to pronounce this right. Eskişehirspor, home 2014 and 2015, Turkish again. I bought this one from a guy in Australia, and the worst thing was it was free postage. I can't imagine what he spent on the postage. It would have been quite a lot. So he would have made not much money on this shirt, if anything. But that's great. I think this was actually my first Turkish shirt. And I've never seen another shirt for this team for sale since. Though I've not really been looking, I guess. But it's kind of cool. I kind of really wish the Adidas logo was on this side and not in the centre. It would make it perfect. But for what it is, it's kind of rare. It's kind of nice. And then finally, we have this shirt, which is AEK Athens, the home shirt from 2008, 2009, and it's Greek. And I think, if I'm correct, this was one of the first shirts I bought. It was really cheap. I can't think it would be more than £12. At this point, Athens, I have a feeling they kind of it was during the time when they were about to go bust, or they were going bust, or they were heading that way. So they just, for whatever reason, they all appeared in the UK. I guess it was dead stock, or they were just trying to sell as much as they could to raise as much money. So I think if you were collecting football shirts sort of 5-6 years ago, you probably would have had an Athens shirt at the very least somewhere. I know recently they've appeared again, but this is one of those shirts that seemingly everyone probably has. It's kind of cool. It's standard, nothing too outstanding, but you know, for the price, I couldn't really say no. But yeah, that's it. Those are all my Greek, Cypriot and Turkish teams. I would love to add some more. I've been adding a lot of Turkish ones, so maybe I should stop on that. But for the Greek ones, would be nice. It's difficult, they don't appear very often, and same with the Cypriot ones, they don't appear very often. I think there is a... Oh my god, what is it now? It's the one, the Macron are making it for them. Asterisk Tripolis, that's the one. I could pick up one of those, so maybe I'll add one of those at some point. But that's it. Those are my shirts. The next video you'll see is going to be an opening of a shirt from another country that I'm yet to have a shirt from. So hopefully that one goes well. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching. If you've got any questions or if you've got any comments, let me know what you have. If you've got any shirts from this country, and I would love to hear about it. But until next time, I'll see you again.